Look, y'all, first thing I want to do today is congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles for another 14-win season. To me, man, it feels like all we do is win, 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 no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into all that, let's go ahead and run the intro. Look, man, this right here for the G's and the OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Look, man, first thing first, we're going to talk about how the Philadelphia Eagles was able to get their 11th straight win at home versus the Giants. Look, man, the Giants are trash, straight bums, right? They can't do nothing. It's a poverty franchise. Only thing we can thank them for is being dumb enough to let Saquon out the building and on a team, you know, that actually got Super Bowl aspirations. That's it. So thank y'all for that. Other than that, y'all a terrible franchise, a terrible team, and, you know, it's all about the birds.
It's been like that all year, right? Somebody goes down, the next person steps up and plays their ass off. That's a team. That's a team, guys. And you guys played to the standard. You played your ass off. You played tough. You played physical. You played nasty. You played grimy. All those different things that helped us get our 14th win of the season, which is a franchise record.
Nobody wants to win a championship more than this guy, but today he won his 300th game as the owner of the Eagles. Jeffrey, break this team down.
Hey, listen, this is for all you guys. We got a lot more to accomplish. 14 wins, be proud of it, but you know where our goals are. It starts next weekend.
But look, man, let's talk about Tanner McKee.
What's up, Eagles fans? Super excited we got the dub today. Thanks for coming out and supporting. Go Bird.
He looked good to start the game. You know, he started out 3 of 3, 48 yards and a touchdown. By halftime, he was at 190 yards and a tud. Ended the game with 269 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look, man, Tanner McKee is more than a third-string quarterback. If you didn't know that, you know it now. I want y'all to think about something, man. If it wasn't for Kenny Pickett, you know, us giving up a boatload of picks for Kenny Pickett, Tanner McKee would be our second string quarterback. And in my eyes, he more than deserves it. You know what I'm saying? He just one of them ones. Look, the ball was always out on time. He was extremely accurate, made great throws. Dude is 6'6", so it's easy for him to see over the line of scrimmage. He just makes every pass, you know what I'm saying, you know, on time when we need it. I love Tanner McKee. I'm hoping that Tanner McKee will still be here next season. You know, this type of game really, you know, puts his game on notice. It makes other teams really notice him. And, you know, they might want to go ahead and you know, trade for him, because, you know, there's a lot of teams that's going to be looking for a quarterback this upcoming season. So I'm hoping that Tanner McKee could be a Philadelphia Eagle next year, unless y'all ready to give up a first-round pick, second-round pick, something like that. Tanner McKee was a 6th-round pick from Stanford. So that just lets you know how good Howie Roseman is, you know, how he go out and do his homework and find the quarterbacks, you know, that's really good for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, in my opinion, I feel like, you know, we can compare Tanner McKee to either the Nick Foles, or in my opinion, just go ahead and compare the dude to
Bitch, that's Tom Brady!
the dude is that damn good. You know what I'm saying? He just really that good, man. So he made Dallas Goedert look amazing today. If you didn't know, you know, Dallas Goedert was elevated from IR. And so, you know, they decided to get him a little bit of tick. I mean, he been hurt twice. He was on IR twice this season. So with us going into the playoffs, they wanted to make sure that Dallas Goedert, you know, got some game time rec. He was able to get in there, you know, and get his feet wet before we go see the Green Bay Packers this coming weekend. So he looked good. You know, he had a few drops, but other than that, man, Dallas Goedert, man, he was good out there. But in my opinion, those drops was probably an indication of why he was out there playing, because they just needed him to get that out there. Because next week when we go out there to see the Green Bay Packers, who we did beat the first game of the season, when we go out there, man, we need to be perfect. We need to be A1. We need to be firing on all cylinders. And that's what I expect. And with saying firing on all cylinders, let's talk about Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott has been shit this year. Let's talk about it, man. I'm not saying he ain't good. But this year, he has been shit. Another 39-yard miss. Look, that need to be auto. That need to be auto, especially going into the playoffs. The question is, and I need y'all to leave me a comment, can we trust Jake Elliott's moving forward into the playoffs? Look, man, a lot of people on X is saying they call him Missy Elliott. That's hilarious because all dude has been doing is missing time and time again. He got that one miss today from 39, but he did bang like 2 or 3 field goals today. Pause. So, you know, we can give him a little bit of slack for that. But at the same time, man, you got to be sharp. You got to be sharp. So talking about that, man, let's talk about somebody let's talk about a few people who I thought was sharp today. You know, second string guys and even a few first string guys like Jordan Davis, man. Jordan Davis was all over the field against the Giants today. You know, I'm not sure why he played as much as he did, but maybe it was because, you know, we just didn't see what we wanted to see from him all season. Also, man, I want to talk about Sidney Brown, man. Dude is a straight thumper. Dude be just all over the field hitting people. Like even today, man, he hit Isaiah Rodgers, our player, hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Dude is just an extreme crash out, in my opinion. And, you know, that might just be the reason why he don't get enough tick on the field. Because in my opinion, I think that he should be the second string safety behind C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But I think you just can't trust him when he out there because dude just be crashing out, man. He go from 0 to 100 real quick. So that's another player. And while we talk about him, he was the guy who sealed the game for the Philadelphia Eagles today. He got the pick that sealed the game, ended it for us. So look, man, I think that he's good. I'm happy that he's here, you know, but he just got to reel it in just a little bit, you know, and we got to expect the coaches to be able to make that happen for us. But look, man, we're going to the playoffs. I expect him to be as good as he has been all year on special teams between him and Khalil Ringo. They've been probably the monsters on special teams. Khalil Ringo looked good today as well on special teams. He also looked good at cornerback as well. He had a couple really good PBUs, you know, at key moments. Dude is a beast. You know, I like Khalil Ringo. I liked him in Georgia. He's one of those Georgia Bulldogs as well. So we got a lot of respect for Khalil Ringo, putting the work in. I don't think that he's better than Isaiah Rodgers. I still think he got a lot of work to do, you know, to get to a starting cornerback. But when it comes to special teams, the dude is a beast. Let's also talk about Aeneas Smith, man, from Texas A&M. I think he came from Texas A&M. Yeah. He had his first tud today, bro. Like, we've been trying to, at the beginning of the season, like, everybody thought that Aeneas Smith would be that guy that, you know, take over that third receiver. But he wasn't able to do it. You know, he got hurt in the beginning of the season. But at the same time, man, Aeneas Smith looked good today with his first tud of the season from Tanner McKee. Also, man, I wanted to give a little shout out, a little bit of praise to my guy, Jahan Dotson. You know, Jahan Dotson's been getting cooked. You know, he's been our third receiver. We did give, I think, a 4th-round pick for him. We traded a 4th-round pick, and he hasn't been, you know, getting a lot of I think he got like 600 snaps and like 20-something targets. But, you know, I feel like we got to blame the quarterback a little bit because we did blame Jahan all year. But with Tanner McKee in, bro, looked good. 7 receptions, 94 yards is a big difference. You know what I'm saying? He was on point today. So I need Jalen Hurts to look downfield and find Jahan Dotson, get him the ball, because I think that he can definitely do really good for us at that third receiver spot. Even though when you got A.J. Brown, when you got Devontae Smith, when you got Dallas Goedert, sometimes Calcaterra, and you got Saquon Barkley, he end up around that 5th or 6th target when things are rolling. But I need Jalen to open up his eyes a little bit, read the field a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Scan the field and get Jahan Dotson involved. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude can ball. You know, because when he was with Washington last year, all he did was cook us. But, you know, today let us know that Jahan Dotson can still play. And we got to start looking at Jalen Hurts a little bit for him not getting the ball. Another guy who I think did really well today was Will Shipley from Clemson. You know, this was his first time getting as much rec as he did. I think he had like 4 catches for like 40 yards or something like that. He also had some really good runs as well. Will Shipley basically put us on notice and said, okay, he can be that second running back behind Saquon Barkley next year if Kenneth Gainwell is not on the team, because, you know, KG has some really big runs this year. You know, KG has been taking a lot of flack from Eagle fans, especially coming to the season. But again, he did have a lot of big plays this year. But I think that we can get that same type of results from Will Shipley. So look, man, that's something to look forward to, you know, moving into the offseason, moving into the playoffs, things to look forward to. Also, man, I want to talk about E.J. Jenkins with his first TUD. I think that was his first TUD and first catch of the season. The regular season, because dude was a monster in preseason, but today he got his first touchdown off of the throw from Tanner McKee. Look, man, another guy who I think is really, really good, especially when it comes to catching the football. I would like to see him get better at pass protection, you know, pass blocking and stuff like that. But look, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. But look, man, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about what we're really here for. The Philadelphia Eagles, wild card week, next week, or this week coming up, we got the Green Bay Packers, a team that we beat the first game of the year in Sao Paulo. But check this out, man. The Philadelphia Eagles open up as 3.5 favorites to win this game. And I think that's going to grow once Jalen Hurts, you know, progresses through concussion protocol, because he still is in concussion protocol, even though he was involved in walkthroughs before the game, which is a good indication that he will be ready for the playoffs, and I fully expect that. I really feel like the Philadelphia Eagles is going to bomb on the Green Bay Packers. That first time we played them, it was a close game, but it was really close because we was on a soccer field. Like, I mean, if you play football, you ever play football, you know that it's a big difference from playing on a football field versus a soccer field. You know, we couldn't get our footing like we wanted. I think this time the game is going to be at the link where we know we beat people in January, where it's tough to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Something that's always it's always on our side when we play at the link in January. You know what I mean? I think we could beat this team by more than 14 points, 2 touchdowns at least, because this team is we ready. You already know what it is, man. The Super Bowl a bust for the Eagles, especially with Nick Sirianni deciding to, you know, lead the starters on the sideline this week, which I think was a good idea, because if you look at the Green Bay Packers, man, Christian Watson got hurt today. Also, Jordan Love got hurt. He hurt his hand today and he wasn't able to continue playing because they said that, you know, they didn't want to mess his hand up, so he wouldn't be able to play next week, but he will be available for the game versus the Philadelphia Eagles. But I still don't think that's going to be enough. Look, Jair Alexander is done for the rest of the season. So who's going to stop A.J. Brown? Who's going to stop Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley when these guys get going? Look, man, you're going to need a lot more than what y'all got. That's why I think we're going to win this one. No problem. No problem at all. But look, man, we got a lot of stuff coming this week. We're going to be, as usual, putting videos out all week. Make sure your notification bell is on so you get the drop, because Hot on Fire right now. I'm telling y'all, I'm tired as hell, right? But I'm still out here providing that content because this is what I do. This is what I do. But I want y'all to know something. We up. And if you made it this far in the video and you felt like this puppy helped you out, please do the channel a favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you always up to date. But until next time, I'm out.
Yeah, I got them diamonds on me dancing, looking like they prancing. Always on my BI, we talking about expansion. Looking at a mansion, open up the benches, hanging off the blicket, empty out the sticky, shooting like I'm Jimmy. Chip wood, this good, sorry that I'm this hood.